This term good is one of those terms like ethical, where unless we define good, it's very difficult to understand what it actually means. So what is good? What is it that you mean when you say a good user experience?
Mm-hmm. I mean an experience that follows sort of like the UX heuristics of, we could say delightful, because that word people use. It's like, I use this and I have a good feeling and my happiness on the customer journey, etc. And I think a way to think about this is that eating pancakes is a good experience, right? Nothing wrong with pancakes. It's just like, don't always eat pancakes. But the problem is when you have a business model that says we have to maximize pancake intake. And so instead of saying like, the person from the individual, like their optimal, like for their health and happiness, pancakes once a week would really be, if you were actually honest about what meets all this person's goals. And then if the business is like, no, we have to like maximize the pancakes this person's eating. We have to get it so that they get all their friends to eat pancakes too. We have to hide foods that aren't pancakes. I mean, I don't mean like food shaming here. Like we could talk about, anything else. It's like say fast fashion or something like that, where it's like, really, I need 2 new shirts a year. But they're like, hey, but you don't have this shirt. We've cut a different part of the sleeve off. You don't want to be the person with the cold elbow shirt now. We're doing like the high sleeve shirt, whatever. So it's like that, where it's like, really, like what if in a cool moment, because this is what we talked about a lot actually in philosophy class, is like cool moment choice. Like if you stepped away and really thought, what are my higher order aspirations? And you might think like, I want some nice clothes for these occasions. I don't want too many clothes, but I want to feel like I have choices for my outfits. I want to look cute, all of that. Right. That's all great. But you have businesses, because they're set up to scale and they're set up to profit maximize, where they're like, okay, our goal is to get you to buy way more clothes than you need and not care about the quality of the clothing, not care about how they're produced, not care about the impact on the environment, and just continually like buy a lot of really cheap clothes that fall apart, right? So you get that business. And if you're in that business, that's not good. That's not good.
This is you're tapping into here your second myth of UX, which is a good user experience is good for business. And you're suggesting here, like the distinction you're drawing here is that the experience for the user is actually bad if you add up the costs that the user is incurring over the long term, not just the short-term satisfaction of, that first set of pancakes, right? This is what you're getting at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so if you had a good user experience, if you had genuinely a good user experience, it wouldn't be good for the business, because you'd say, the person had their pancakes for the week and they bought their shirt for the month, and great. But there's no sense of like the enough, my book's just enough research, but I feel like the thing people focus on is the just part, like some sort of minimum. But it's like, we've lost the sense of like enough of something, right? Because because all of these organizations just want to like maximize, extract. We have too many choices. Like everybody's really short circuiting, and all the pricing signals are hidden because of all of the investment